what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. I know this is a little bit behind the news, but I wanted to speak on this shit. It's about the fraternity at Oklahoma University, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. The video that came out a couple days ago is about 10 seconds long. Whole bunch of white guys cheering that they're not going to accept any niggers, quote unquote, in the fraternity. Am I surprised by this? Not a fucking chance, no. I mean, you get a whole bunch of preppy guys that are hanging around each other, and you can't really blame this on the alcohol because they were singing this with a lot of zeal. They look pretty sober to me, but they were just speaking about how they feel. Obviously, they don't want black people in the fraternity. Hey, it's not that we want to be in that fraternity, but there's always an equal opportunity. Pardon me, I'm driving, so the thing with this video is it's not a surprise. This shit is happening all the time, and some people act like it's a shock, but to a lot of others it's really not, because once again, you got to see how people truly are. There was one gentleman that they had the camera mainly on, a resident of Dallas. I forgot the young man's name, but with everything that's been going on, because he dropped out of the university and him and his family have had to leave the home because of death threats. Now, I don't condone all the death threats and shit like that, but there's a such thing as action and consequences. This is a guy, 19 years old. I don't want to hear any bullshit about I wasn't raised that way. I certainly don't accept the fucking apology, because this isn't some new shit to him. At 19 years old, in this day and age where you're getting these suburbanites who catch hold of rap songs because that's the end thing to do. They understand the N-word. Now, for those out there who want to try to argue or debate about black people using the N-word, because you'll get a lot of ignorant motherfuckers that say, well, why do black people call each other nigger? Well, if you have to ask that question, you yourself are fucking racist. Why? Because you're too ignorant to fucking know that we took a word that was meant to demoralize us, meant to bring us down, meant to keep us down, and we gave that word power for ourselves. So we dropped the ER and put the A at the end, nigga, nyugga, nucka, stuff like that. Those are words that we are entitled to use for ourselves. Why? Because if a black man addresses another black man and he uses nigga instead of nigger, in some cases, it could be that we're trying to put each other down. But we're not trying to call each other the lowliest of individuals. We're not trying to call each other slaves the way the word nigger is. And this isn't a debate about the origin, whether the Spaniards used it first or whatever the fuck is. This isn't a debate about how black people enslaved black people, because the history of the United States, one thing that it's known for is the history of whites enslaving black people. And that's what this is about. So for motherfuckers that want to sit there and try to twist this shit around, you're too ignorant to know that. And like I said, you're fucking racist. But the dean of the University of Oklahoma University, he's gone ahead to disassociate the university with that fraternity. And looking at the news reports, the fraternity is no longer at that campus. And good for them. That's a step in the right direction, because Oklahoma University is a very diverse culture of individuals of all walks of life. And there is just no place for that. But once again, this is not a surprise for me. For most black people, it's not a surprise for us. For those who may have been in the fraternity, once again, these are white guys that are clearly saying they don't want black people in the fraternity. This is something that they have to live with. And for those who were caught on camera, they have to worry about their next step in life. For the young man that was put in the forefront on that video, do I feel sorry for him? No, not at all. Not at all. I'm pretty sure at some point in time he might get on the news with his family, and this family will boast that they raised them the right way and everything like that. Well, obviously, they can't be around for everything because, once again, at 19 years old, he's going to get around people, and he basically joined the in crowd just like he did now. And I'm pretty sure this is something how he felt. Maybe he doesn't care about black people. And for someone who lives in Dallas, maybe he lived in a different part of Dallas, but having lived close to Dallas when I moved here to Texas, I can tell you it's very, very diverse. Asians, Middle Easterns, blacks, whites, Hispanics, you name it. Everyone of every walk of life lives in the Dallas area. So for him to come out on this video and essentially put himself in that negative light, I really don't feel sorry for him, because, once again, there are actions and consequences. And this young man, he's going to understand. Pardon me, I've got to park, do my damn thing. This young man, he's got to learn the hard way that whenever you come across and say some negative shit like that, in this day and age where cameras are all over the place, I mean, look, when you're looking at the negativity that police are catching because their actions are now under a microscope. And ever since the whole Rodney King incident where some guy had a large over-the-shoulder video camera, people are now whipping out their phones, recording stuff, and catching that moment. And that's what happened with all these idiots on the bus. So I'll say it once again, this is no surprise for me having seen that, because people say that shit all the time, and they only want to try to issue an apology when they get busted. It's like Riley Cooper, NFL football player for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a little bit drunk, and I'm not blaming that on alcohol once again, but he was at a concert talking about he's going to jump over the fence and fight every nigger over there. And then this PR guy asked him to get in front of the camera and apologize. Look, you've been saying it for a long time. The way it rolls off your tongue, it's not the first time you said it. So you still feel it. You're just going to be a lot more conscious when you're around a certain group of people, mainly blacks. So this young man, I don't feel sorry for him because he meant it. And every motherfucker on that bus meant it. So on this video, I just wanted to share my opinion. Go ahead and leave your opinion. I'm pretty sure there's going to be those that agree. There's going to be those that will want to debate. And those would be the trolls that I have to deal with on a basis like I normally do. But anyway, I hope that if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.